What up, beautiful people? It is your homegirl, Shameless, all up in your building. Now, a lot of y'all have been asking me about my face. I'm gonna break this look down for you, okay? I'm gonna break it down, and we're gonna get into it. Stay tuned to the very end, because I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this eyeshadow palette that I used on my eye. Okay? That's the look, guys. So you ready? You ready to get into it? So the first step you guys want to do is take off your mask and start with a clean face. I have my skincare video right over here if you want to watch it. And for those of you with your so-called smartphones, you can click on the description box for the link. The next step you want to do is moisturize. I'm using the Algae Serum. So once that's moisturized, you want to use a primer. Primer is good for setting your makeup. You use just a little droplet, like so. I like to use a dabbing motion. Oh, I got this in my head because my hair be doing all sorts of funky stuff. Once your primer is on, foundation. I was using CoverFX. I love both of them. They both have SPF in them. They're both Canadian and they're both bomb. So I'm going to use this stuff, liquid. Then I'm going to use this brush right here from Sephora and then just blend, trick blend. Now that my foundation is on, you want to use a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin. I'm now using the Black Opal. I like it. It's thick coverage. The thing is, this is their lightest shade, which is Honey. Still not light enough. You just want to go over the darker areas and then you blend it out. So the next thing I do is set everything on my face. So I'm using, again, the Tarte line. So I dab, dab, dab like so. You want a fluffy brush. Done. Now that the canvas has been laid, I'm gonna carve it out. So I'm gonna use bronzer. I'm using my MAC. So you just wanna find where your cheekbone is and go underneath that. You're being a sculptor is what you're doing, okay? You are cutting and chiseling away because you want to be a 3D image. You know what I mean? You want the IMAX experience. Okay, and then once this is off, I'm going to finish the top. Highlighter. This is honestly some random no-name brand. Sephora has a really cool one I want to buy, but I still have this, so meh. Put it on the high parts of your face. So I'm going to just put it here, create a V, like so. The next thing I'm going to do are my eyebrows. Eyebrows frame your face, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to use this angled brush right here. So I'm going to go in with this brown stuff right here, start underneath and work my way out. And then fill in the holes. There we go. Now, I have long eyebrow hair. So brush it down and fill it in. I would say use a color that is like 1 shade lighter than your eyebrow. So now the next step are the eyes. Yeah, I didn't put blush on, did I? No, blush. So I'm going to be using the Pure+Simple. They have a coral color. I'm all about coral for cheeks. And get it on the apples of your cheeks, okay? They say it's good to smile. Makes you look so much younger. Smile, ladies. Smile. Now onto the eyes. I'm gonna work on this eye. I'm actually really excited about this. This is from Sigma. I've never bought an eye primer. I have primer for my face, but not for my eye. So they had this kit, and it came with 3 primers. And the color that I use is Persuade. Comes with a brush, right? The same concept as the primer for your face. It just gets the eyeshadow to really stick on there and be more vibrant. And I'm using this palette by Lancome. It is the Taupe Craze 100. I got this from a YouTuber. Thank you. You know who you are. I really like it. This is my like YouTube look. But yeah, so you want to get a light color like this, put it on your brow bone. Then you're going to get this lid color and put it on your lid. And then there's this darker matte taupe color, and I'm going to work that in my crease. Sigma, I also ordered brushes from them. This is a eyeshadow brush, and they have a brush kit, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 brushes, and they are very small, in my opinion. I would call it a precision eye brush, which for me is great for detail work like the corner. I take this darker color and I work it in the outer corner, like so. Ta-da! And then I'm gonna curl my lashes. And then mascara, Lancome, use your favorite. There we go. I forgot. I'm gonna also take this color and bring it down. So I'm using rice paper. I love Mac's rice paper. And you just wanna work it in the corner, in the tear duct area. And your eyes are done. Now, you can also use a liner. I would just line the outer corner. So you just take your liquid liner, and it's really subtle. You don't have to use the liquid liner part, you can skip that. But it's a nice little touch. Next, contouring of the nose. It's all about finding the right color. Now, I don't know what complexion you guys are. You're all different. So you're gonna take a fluffy brush, and you're gonna shade in here. See that? I'll do one side. And then I'm gonna also just start here, because my nose kind of bells out. Now you gotta be really careful with this step because it could go drastically wrong, but it just carves out a bridge, a nose bridge for you. So if you're in need of a nose bridge, you can avoid plastic surgery and just do this step. Just a wee bit. Shablam! Then get a highlighter. I have this gold color, and I just use my ring finger. Dab, dab, dab. And then you just put it in the center of your nose. And what this is doing, streamlined face. So then I'm just gonna kind of buff it out. It's just very subtle. Just a little like, There. There. Now for the lips. This is Freckle Tone by MAC, and I like it because it's like a nudish color. This is from Clean Color. It is a brown lip liner. Just line it. So c'est fin, voila. So now I'm gonna take this off. Girl, I look like Pee Wee Herman. Brush my hair. Now to get dressed. Got this jacket from Zara. Got it from Zara. So that's it, guys. That is the look. Now you know how I be voguing it out behind the scenes before I film my videos. So if you guys want to win the palette that I used in this video, which was the Lancome Taupe Craze palette, I have an extra one. I'm not sponsored by anybody in this video, but all you need to do is use the hashtag ShamelessDayLook and make sure you follow me on Twitter, Maya's World. Okay? And you might as well just follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, all of that. I be having some fun with my people over there. So that's it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for my next video. Beats by my homeboy Jay Elliott. Oh, he be killing them. Thank you guys. Do you, be you, stay true. Baby boo. Make sure you guys like. Make sure you guys comment.